Hello, guys. Welcome back to Snowrunner from season 16. I got Ian here with me, aka Bald Truck 68. No reference to his age or his IQ. We're gonna do a little bit of logging today, get the Winter is Coming contract done, which is, let's say, says winter's almost here and we're running out of logs. We need to restock our warehouse ASAP to make sure there's enough fuel and construction materials for all our facilities. Could you get us a shipment of logs, please? So we're going to do that, and it pays out 3,100 XP and $40,100. Just a little trip in the Salt River Mountains, and we will be all set. Oh, you're still over in the mountains? Yeah, we could do the do those ones first. So yeah, if you want to jump into Tega. Yeah, because that'll get us the one long logs and the both short logs handled. And well, then there's that. All right, think he can manage to upright me? That's a great way to start it. Those logs can just stay right where they're at then. Because I am not about to... In fact, I will get rid of them ones and just reload. That's me. You might have to come around to the side of me. No, no. This is an entertaining start. There we go. On your feet. All right. Now that tree is still across the road going around that other direction, so we got to go back through the mud. This will put the buddy to the test, because this is a heck of a load for this guy. All right. Come on, buddy. All right. Back to the national park. I mean, could we have used 2 smaller trucks for this job? Yeah, there's a fuel tanker when we get out of here, but if you need some, try to come up next to me. I got a roof rack. Because, yeah, I just realized that thing is pretty low. Let's see if you're close enough yet. There you go, 22 gallons. Heave! Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it the hard way because it wanting to grab everything but. Get a little solid ground under my feet. I'm operating winch controls. Alright. We're going to actually get the diff lock off. Maybe. Yeah, I got a tanker truck right there in the, what do they call that? The logistics center. Nice. All right. All right. Buddy's doing well so far, but now he's got to climb these rocks. Come on, buddy. You got it. Do your big brother proud. Just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends. My mom used to work for a light bulb company doing phone sales years ago. And her and all the other girls in the office kind of did a slight rewrite to that called "On the Phone Again." Life I love is selling light bulbs with my friends. Yep. Chris Christopherson. I got to give the buddy some credit, man, for being a little guy. He may have struggled through there, but he made it through there. We are on asphalt. Of course, the short logs go to the reservoir, and the long logs go to the hotel. Yeah. Yeah. Top everything off here. All right, and we are full. I kind of chuckle when I watch MJ drive around this thing all the time instead of cutting through. Like, if you cut through, it's faster. Of course, usually I'm watching MJ stuff after the fact because what time I start work compared to when he's streaming. Yeah, I'd love to blame the stream issues on the latest PS5 update because that's about when it happened. But that wouldn't affect my internet speeds, which are just crap. So I can't blame PlayStation for it. Yeah. All right, time for the jump. Then I get almost all the way home and realize I left my phone at work, and I'm just like, whatever. I'll get it tomorrow after church because I ain't driving clear back into town for it. And my church is like 5 miles from the shop. All right, box is clear. Right. Ooh. Well, this will be fun. Where we got to drop these off is in the northwest corner of the map. Is winter is coming. So we both have to go to the reservoir to get rid of our short logs, which is all the way to the northwest corner. It's fairly close to the other gateway from Salt River Mountains. So, I mean, we could theoretically go jump back through, top our fuel off at the logistics, and go the other way around and just have a little bit of crappy roads. Or we can fight our way all the way across these roads. I guess it depends. What kind of challenge are you looking for? I'm kind of thinking because the Buddy is not really the heaviest truck for this, that we go flip around and run the pavement most of the way. Because, like I said, Buddy's not exactly cut out for this. I mean, I'm all about giving the little guy a challenge, but and then there's a fuel trailer right outside, right by that other gateway too. Yeah. Oh, well, that's nice. All right, well, you want to back up and hit that gateway, and then let me know when you're through, because I'm going to have to back this up into the gateway. Because there just is no good spot to do a Yui. All right, coming through. This trailer wasn't too bad to back up in a straight line. Yeah, for the most part, it's highway all the way around. It, pretty much just going around the avalanche that you can't clear. I could swap Buddy out for the FLD that's parked at the logistics center, but that wouldn't be fair to Buddy. You know, he put all that work into getting these out of the logging station. Right. Nice. Yeah, because there's a contract you have to do to get them. Morning. Not that there was much of a change in light, but at least it'll be getting lighter instead of darker. Yeah, I had played co-op with someone, and I had like 4 of my DLC trucks that had just ended up tripling themselves. I said, well, there's free money for you. I think I can. She's moving. Albeit ever so slowly. Right. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the annual bonfire works out pretty good for getting rid of some of the scrap wood out of my wood shop. Just haul it all out, throw it in the fire pit. And hey, second gear. Yeah, when I was in the National Guard, I was in a transportation unit, and one of the gals that was in the unit used to love it because we'd go on a convoy, and she'd look at me, she'd be like, "You got to do the song." Every time she'd make me do that. when we first started out. It's amazing how many people like that song. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Right. When I came back from Iraq, my boss at the engine shop was in the middle of a layoff. So instead of making him get rid of somebody just to bring me back, which legally I could have done, I told him, I said, you know what? I'll go drive truck. You give me a call when you can bring me back. And so I started driving for this one trucking company. Of course, nobody accepts the military license as a trucking license. You got to take a civilian school. So this company paid for me to go to school, and I'm on the road with my trainer for 3 months after that. You got to ride with a trainer. And I showed him pictures of the truck that I drove while I was in Iraq. And he looked at me and says, all right. And we just, for 3 months, we ran that like a team drive. Our truck never stopped moving. You know, it stopped long enough for food and fuel, and we were back on the road. He made so much, because he got paid for all the miles I drove. He got the mileage for it. You know, I was just getting a set salary while I was a quote-unquote trainee. Oof. Right. Come on. Get up that hill. Come on, buddy. Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah, just like the typical rule in most states is if you have a Class A CDL, you're allowed to drive any motor vehicle 80,000 pounds and under. And the state of Michigan, that includes motorcycles. You don't need an additional license for your motorcycle. The state of Michigan, however, decided that a motorcycle is not a motor vehicle, because it's just one more way for them to get more money out of you. All right, hang on. Somewhere up here is my, yep, right here. This is my, turn off. This is like, Yeah. Right. Ooh. I don't know if I want to go up and over like I normally do or go through the mud. Down below is probably less tippy, but I don't have anything to winch onto. So, up it is. I'm just going to go ahead and go up and over. We'll utter those words you should never utter. What's the worst that could happen? What in the world is it? The trailer's not coming up over the rock. Come on, get up there. Stupid trailer. Get up there. Yeah. When in the world did I lose a tire? I don't recall hitting anything that would take out a tire, but apparently I did. There we go. Yeah. Oh! Everything is currently still on the trail. It's a matter of being able to get it back upright. You got room to get down around me? Because I think if you can get down around me on the other side of them trees and hook to the middle of the trailer, we can probably pull it back up and keep everything. But that's a matter of if you've got the space to get around. Oh, wait, my engine was still running? That's weird. Because it just said engine stalled. Yeah, that one's not working. That just folded us the wrong way. And now we block the road. Well, I've got one on the Kenworth, which is in the other map. See, that was the one drawback to going over the top. Down below, it's all muddy. And I didn't fancy getting stuck in the mud with no trees. All right. Ah, one. Really? Ugh. That's not nice. You know it's not going to let me get away with it. Well, I got the long ones packed. Okay, well. Crane. I don't have anything with a crane on it over here. As far as, see, that's one thing I do like in Roadcraft is you can pick the logs up with, yeah, a regular crane. All right, well, give me a minute and I shall return with a crane. To pick up one log. Yep. Too bad I couldn't put a service add-on on here along with the log crane. It would have been real convenient to fix that flat tire in the process. I could have grabbed a trailer I suppose to take with me. Too late for that. It is currently 3:33 p.m. Yep. So that one day when I joined MJ and stuff in Roadcraft, I was up at 3:30 in the morning for that one. Yeah. He told me he was starting even earlier. I'm like, oh, really? Why you gotta do me like that?